Welcome to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as France, starting in 1920. This is episode 45, and we are at the start of 1942. And more importantly, we're at the start of war with Great Britain. It's all come a little bit suddenly, and we are not terribly well prepared. Grievously, we've lost our alliance with Germany last year, and more seriously, they've become annoyed with us, so having gone from 1 or 2 tension, they are now at 7. That's not very helpful. Our unrest level is 1, which is going to be a worry because we're now blockaded and probably going to be blockaded throughout. We are minus 5,500 on our budget, in part because we disappointed our president by not building 3 needless battleships. The crew quality is a hodgepodge of some elite, some goods, but some very poors who have just come out of mothballing and are struggling to catch up, as well as some that are just working up. So if we have a look, we've got the Chateau de Foix is working up at the moment. In good news, we have 12 more submarines building on top of the 24 that we built last year. And they'll be here next month, so that will take us into the 70s, which should provide a helpful unrestricted warfare challenge to Britain. And we have a lot of battleships in refit that are coming out in the next 3 and 1 month. The big danger is the Tourville, which we are having built in Germany, that only has 1 month left, and the Germans have gone to 7, and I think that means that they will intern it and keep it for their own navy. Thank you very much. And that won't be very nice at all. Really, we could have so been more helpful to have 1 more month for this war to start. I'm certainly not going to be brave about it. If we start to take a thorough beating, I will seek to make peace as soon as possible. Bearing in mind, we probably will lose some colonies on the way. However, if the submarines start to bite, and if we can keep our head above water, then you never know. We may well get away with winning, maybe? I don't know. At some point in Rule the Waves, you've got to take the boss on. You can't run all the time, so it seems like now is as good as time as any-ish. I've just sent a couple of the slow battleships and the slow aircraft carrier back round to the Mediterranean. They don't really want to be in Northern Europe. I'm considering sending the Marengos, but I'm hoping if there's any clash with them involved, there'll be slower British battleships and they'll be fine. Also, we're already quite heavily outnumbered in Northern Europe. I don't want to exacerbate that. Fingers crossed for the Tourville. Let's see if we get it or not. 3 ships blockaded, a coastal raid. Lots of battleships available. Let's see what can take place. Priority for my land-based aircraft. Suppress enemy airfields or attack enemy ships in general. It would be interesting to do an experiment, run a battle with one of these conditions, and then exit the program without saving, and then run it again. But unfortunately, you can't get the same battle twice, or it's very rare. It's very hard to know which is the more likely. Given that their air bases and my air bases are kind of balanced and sort of similar, I suspect. I'm going to go for attack enemy ships in general. I've got carriers potentially to attack enemy ships near the objective. Or is that the best thing? Without evidence, without any kind of analysis, this is really just purely a guess. If they had more airfields than us, I would definitely attack the enemy airfields, but let's attack the enemy ships near the objective, hoping that the targeting for that is better. Okay, and here we are at the mouth of the English Channel. A brave move. We have a carrier group and a battle group, and we are supposed to sink 2 enemy ships over there. Our order of battle is a main force. Oh, actually, it is just a main force. So it hasn't divided it between the carriers and fast battleships. Okay. Let's see. Weather, overcast. Sighting range, only 22,500 yards, which isn't really very far. 15... Oh, okay. Sunset will be in 15 minutes. Honestly, it does... Perhaps it's just me, but it does seem to be giving a disproportionately large number of battles that are within a very short time of nighttime. And, you know, obviously that's nice, but... And because my carrier force and my battle force are one thing, I can't send my carriers away at nighttime, because if I send them away, because it's the same force, eventually it will go under automatic control and they'll come back again. And I absolutely don't want 3 fleet carriers to be milling around in the middle of the English Channel for however long nighttime is. What month are we in? So we're in December, so it's a long night in December. In fact, nighttime is coming at 4:40 in the afternoon, and sunrise probably won't be until sort of 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So I'm really not happy to risk that, and yeah, we're just going to turn around. The decline value out of this would have been 600 points, so we'll see how much we get for just turning back. No French admiral would leave Brest and go, do you know what? Let's take our carriers into the Channel at night. You know, that's really unhelpful. So, sorry guys, bit of an anticlimax, but better safe than very, very, very sorry. And in you go. Come on, everyone. Yes to everyone. Of course, someone's collided in the darkness. Yep. And so, yes, blah, 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 blah. Nothing happened. So actually, one point of interest is it does give us the airplane stats. So we have nearly 800 planes. Now, I wonder if that's the total Air Force or locally in this battle. Because Britain, here, it claims, has only just under 400 planes. Looking at the forces, pretty even. 2 battleships against 5. Okay, not that even. 3 carriers against 3. Various bits of what have you. So it claims here that Britain only has 400 aeroplanes and I have 800 aeroplanes. So let's have a look at the almanac and see what that says. So they get 262 points. If I declined, they would have got something like 600 points. So that's interesting to know. Better to venture than to just decline offhand. That's okay. We have 12 ships in submission. 12 ships in. Yeah, we get some technology. Yes! Ha! Well, that is a surprise. I thought we'd lost the Tourville. Phew. Thank you, Germany, for not interning it. And a few more. IFF increases the effectiveness of CAP. We like that. And coordinated airstrike management. Okay, that's nice too. Those are 2 really useful research inventions at the beginning of a war where carriers are probably going to be the new capital ships. A new float plane. Ooh, well, let's see what they're tantalizing with. I think they gave us one not too far ago, and it was a bit rubbish. So it's a fair bit faster, although really it's the cruise speed that matters. Light range is longer, medium range is longer, heavy range is shorter, However, it would be very rare for us to do heavy range. Having said that, the light range is only 12 miles, so no, I'm not bothered. It's not enough of an improvement to disrupt that force. They've invaded Morocco. Well, they don't take long to plan their invasions, do they? This is and oh dear. Oh well. Well done, submarine. Even though it's on unrestricted, damaging a battleship. So VP's 120. Okay, I mean that's pretty. That's pretty good. They haven't done anything against us with their 12 operational submarines, and they haven't put anybody onto raiding, but of course they don't have to because they get 200 points for blockading. Okay. Greatly relieved. The finances have got a lot better. We still have 3 more battleships and a carrier under construction. They'll be out in a few months. So let's look at the almanac and see what it says about aeroplanes. So naval aircraft, Britain is supposed to have 1,500. So why, and we are supposed to have 1,400. So rough equality, yet in that battle, they were only able to commit 400 and we were able to commit twice that number, or more than twice that number. So that's an interesting number to watch. We've got a monthly balance of minus 1,000 and a bit. I'm tempted to just crack on and build another wad of coastal submarines. I wonder how many I can get away with. Is it 12? No. Okay, so I can only do 12. Let's do 12. And then can I do another 12? Build submarines, coastals. 12. Boom. Okay, so another 24, which will take us to about 100. That seems like enough submarines to get Britain's attention. If we have a little look at the map, over in Northern Europe, Britain has a total of 347 in its blockading force, and we have only 233, so 100 less. However, it says that we have 600 aeroplanes and they have 320 aeroplanes, and I like that a lot. We can't make up that 100 deficit. If we go to the Mediterranean, we only have 39. Britain has 27. If we go to Southeast Asia, we have 4, and they have 37. And in West Africa, we have none, and they have 44. Obviously, now in Southeast Asia and in West Africa, Britain have mounted a couple of invasions. I'm not too fussed about losing colonies. Yes, it will damage the economy, but this is the 1940s, and the amount of money that you get from colonies is on the wane. Plus, the number of events of colonies rebelling will start to increase. So, I prefer not, but I'm not unduly perturbed by that. Bit of a deficit there on the VPs, but if we can score some sort of victory, if we can get a battle in daylight, for example, that could well address itself. So let's see what February brings. A convoy defense battle in support of land combat off Morocco. That sounds like we are going to be, oh yeah, our own forces, 20 planes, enemy forces, blah, 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 blah. So if we decline it, we'll lose 420. So let's accept it. And we have 2 corvettes. Hooray. And the time is 4 hours until dusk, or nearly 5. So, Casablanca. Oh, unfortunately, we have to proceed. So let's proceed. They're going to crush us. Oh. Let's just not gratuitously lose forces. There is a convoy. There's nothing we can do to defend that convoy with 2 corvettes. I'd prefer not to lose the corvettes. Sorry about this. It's not the most exciting battles, but when you take on the monster in the game, you have to use some judicious running away skills to save your skin or minimize your losses. There we go. So yeah, we just had some flying boats and some corvettes. However, they didn't find us. So running away means that we won. Go us and our advanced running away skills. Let's just have a little look at what happened to the flagships. Yep, they just went totally the wrong way. Okay, fair enough. And we gained 600 points. So I could have declined that and lost 420. Well, that's a nice sort of 1,000 point turnaround instead by deciding to engage. And the Chateau de Foy has finished working up. Well done, lads. Obviously, it's going to be a while. Another research and another research. Improved ASW. Obviously, they only have 12 submarines, so in this instance, not too much. Baffled by problems of 5-inch auto-loaded dual-purpose guns. Well, yes, of course. Improved 11-inch guns. Well, hey. So, I mean, I can't complain. That is 3 new inventions, and it's only February. Yep. Our forces are resisting. Yeah. Securing the fortifications of Morocco. Flying boats have sunk an enemy submarine. Well done. Oh dear, mine. Now, we do have quite a bit of mine warfare stuff. Another 60 VPs from our 71. They get 230. So they're putting more hurt on us. To be honest, I'm still in mild shock that we managed to get the Tourville out of German shipyard hands. I really thought that was a goner. Things are working out pretty well so far. Yeah, we're going to lose the colonies, but the victory points are now even. Their submarines are irrelevant, so it's just the preponderance of heavy ships in Northern Europe that's blockading Northern Europe. Funny that they don't have to blockade the Mediterranean. I mean, they could, to be honest. So it just depends whether our submarines start to tell. Right, March. Small engagement. They're liking having things off the coast of Morocco. I suppose there is a thing going on there, and it might be judicious to actually send a couple of light cruisers whilst there's active fighting in Morocco, because their force is suitably tiddly. I am going to decline. It's only 210. Yeah, that feels okay, particularly if they let us now move some light cruisers. Nope, they want something over here. And it's an unexpected battle. Well, no escaping that one. And here's our light cruiser. It is 8 hours and 40 minutes before dusk. Of course it is. So can we set course? Yes, we can. Max speed, off we go. Little corvette sailing away happily. Nothing much going to happen here, I think. Well, okay. Some of my planes approaching enemy ships. I wonder what they are. I can't remember. Farman have been so good. And another lot at doing damage. So, yeah, whole pile of things down here going on. Heaven knows what. No reports of damage. Well, they're really piling in. They will be doing some damage on their transports. we'll just speed through this and see what the end result looks like. So that's a dialogue I don't use very often. So yes. So let's see just what happened. Light damage on a battleship, and that was it. And they sank a couple of things. Let's close that, and go back in. And, you know, trivial amount of victory points. And again, I mean, I didn't have an opportunity to decline this, but that seems good enough. Finished reconstruction, good. Considering the dire war situation, we're debating whether to seek peace. Well, you know, I'm not seeing dire. We're equivalent roughly on VPs. We should fight on, yeah. Sound them out on relatively lenient terms? No, I don't think so. You know, this is not dire. So no, we are not having peace. Okay. 2 VPs in another enemy submarine bites the dust. And never mind. Okay. And into March. Let's look at the... Oh, we're not blockaded. That's nice. It's a dire situation, my ass. France, we have 244 worth of ships, not to mention 600 aeroplanes. Britain has 111 worth of ships and 300 planes. Not sure where Britain sent all of its ships. They've captured Morocco. I was going to send some light cruisers down there, but I don't think there's any point anymore because that shouldn't be a battle area. Let me just have a look at my base overview. Sorry, my area overview. Just wanted to check. Yeah, I still need to keep 6,000 tons in there. I've actually got over that, but I'm not too worried about that. They're all on trade protection anyhow, so they're doing good service. So yeah, blockade is relieved. Now, my unrest, despite 3 months of blockade, didn't go up. So hopefully not being blockaded resets that so I can carry on with that. Still one more battleship under reconstruction. I note that I'm still minus 2,500. So I don't think that battleship alone is going to do it, is going to put me into positive. So the Chateau de Troyes may well have to be paused, which is a shame. I might do that, run it down, pause, build it up, run it down, pause, you know, that build every other month kind of thing to see if we can get through. But for the first 4 months of the war, I'm pleasantly surprised, despite the lily-livered politicians trying to tell us it's a dire situation. I'm not seeing dire yet, all right? We've not had a proper major battle, or not had a proper major battle in conditions that I'm prepared to fight in, but that's okay, that will come. And so for now, I'm just going to leave this episode and the tantalizing prospect that in the next episode, 46, something big is going to happen, and that's really going to set the tone for whether this can be a successful war with Britain or not. As usual, if you think of anything to help me, please put them in the comments below. For now, thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.